Hello and welcome to the San Jose State Weekly Football Press Conference. Today is Monday, October 14th. The Spartans are 3-3 following their road loss at Nevada last week. Spartans now come home for homecoming inside CEFCU Stadium on Saturday against San Diego State. A 4 p.m. kickoff from CEFCU Stadium on October 19th. 3:30 the pregame show on 9:10 a.m. Real Talk on the Spartan Radio Network. You can also access the broadcast on Facebook Live this week as well. Tickets are available for the game upcoming 408-924-7589 or sjsuspartans.com. And you can also catch all of the upcoming festivities for homecoming on sjsuspartans.com as well. Let's welcome in San Jose State head coach Brent Brennan.
Hello. Thank you for coming. It's good to see you, Mr. Fan. Obviously, Nevada was a disappointing loss for us, and I was really proud of the team, how they fought back, and something we hadn't quite done before with that kind of deficit, 31-10 in the third quarter, but that's just something that we didn't get the job done, so I love the fight in our team. I'm proud of the team, how they came back, but I'm also disappointed that we didn't make the plays at the end of the game that we needed to make to give us a chance to win it. So congratulations to Coach Norvell and their staff. Hard-fought game, and they made the plays at the end they needed to make to win. So changing gears, we got a huge week here. Obviously, it's homecoming for us. It's always an exciting time because we know that there's going to be a lot of alumni, a lot of former players, a lot of family, a lot of people excited about coming back for this weekend's game. The week, campus has gone all out. The decorations on campus are incredible. People are really excited about it. We've got a door decorating competition going on today, which is going to be, it's already starting to show up in the athletic department, so I can tell competition is going to be fierce. And then on top of that, tomorrow we have a block party. We've got the parade. And then, to us in the football side, one of the biggest things is the induction of Dave Chaney into our Ring of Honor. There's only been 12 people that have been inducted into this group, obviously a very special group. And it's cool for me because Dave is a guy that played here with my dad a long time ago. I've known him for a long time. He's part of the group that comes every spring and cooks lunch for our team. So he's one of those Spartans that still cares, and shows up. And so it's incredible to honor him. 527 tackles in a career. I have no idea how that's even possible, but obviously consensus All-American, and I believe he's our only consensus All-American, which is an incredible honor. So really excited to welcome him into the Ring of Honor, and we're going to have a great event with him and a lot of people that were part of his process and a part of our process here now, celebrating on Friday night as our team gets ready for the game. So what do we got?
Hey, Coach. Hey, so this was our first game where we had a strong second half compared to previous game. What was the difference between those games to this game?
We just made a huge emphasis in the third quarter in the practice environment. That was one of those things for us that had been problematic our first 5 games, and the players really bought into it, which I thought was outstanding. When you consider how we hadn't played our best football in the second half, especially the third quarter, up until the Nevada game, and then we went in down 2 touchdowns. I was excited to see how they responded, and I thought they responded really, really well. I think that's a little bit of an indication of, when we are playing good football, we are a good football team, and we saw a lot of examples of that in that third and fourth quarter.
Hi, Coach. So San Jose State performed 2 more interceptions versus Nevada for a total of 13 this year. How can that be said to contribute to what some are saying as a comeback this season for San Jose State?
Well, I think that was one of our goals. It started last January when we came back. In between our first and second year here, we said we wanted to be the largest turnaround in the country, and we were the second. We went from 131 to, I think, 56. And so one of our goals this year was to be in the top 25 in the turnover margin, just knowing that teams that protect the football and teams that take away the football give themselves a great chance to win. And so awesome to see those guys make those plays. Ezel and Rico back-to-back games with interceptions. And so I think, we do a lot of work with, the emphasis on turnovers in our practice environment, and it's good to see the work that you're doing in practice show up in the game.
Coach, Trey Walker has been phenomenal since he's missed those first 2 games, and his yards after catch feels like he just misses the first tackle. What do you put into that so far?
Well, I think Trey's one of those players that has been really, up and down throughout his career. And I think as he gets older and he matures more, we're starting to see more consistency from him. He's had 2 really great weeks of practice in a row, and I think that shows up in how he performs on game day. And I know coming out of the Air Force game, he was disappointed with the way he caught the ball, and so he went to work. And I think that's a good lesson for anybody that has a bad game or has a bad day. How are you going to handle it? Are you going to put in the work to improve, or are you going to sit in your dorm room and feel sorry for yourself? And Trey's gone to work, and it's excited to see him continue to grow and mature as a player.
The run game has been inconsistent for SJSU recently. Where can you look to seek improvement?
That's a great question, and that's something that our coaches have spent the last 36 hours contemplating and discussing. We are putting a lot of time and effort into that process and what we need to do in a combination of our offensive line, our tight ends, and our running backs, and just what can we do to find the best combination that gives us a chance to efficiently run the football. And it's really an interesting situation because I feel like our offensive line is doing a fantastic job in the protection phase, right? And so we need to find a way to create some better running lanes for our running backs and be able to move the football on the ground more consistently.
Hey, Coach, moving on to San Diego State. Rocky Long's known for having great defenses coming here. So what's the plan to get ahead of them and hope we can pull that one out?
Well, I really think this is the best football team we've played this year. Coach Long has built an incredible program there over time. And year in and year out, they're one of the, best fundamentally sound defensive teams, or offensive and defensive teams we play. They are always, their defensive scheme is different, and they do a great job of mixing up pressure and sound defense. They're great tacklers, and this is definitely the most physical football team we play every year. So that's something that we have to prepare our team for, knowing that we're playing, between them and Boise. Those are the 2 best teams in the conference over the last 10 plus years of this conference. So we know that we got a really, really good football team coming in here, and we got a lot of work to do to get ready for it.
Okay, so putting some notice again on Josh Love. He performed over 400 yards of passing for the 3rd time this year. Do you have any comments on that?
Well, I think Josh is, has had the benefit of seeing a lot in his time as a quarterback, and I think that helps him, make good decisions and go to the proper place with the ball. I think Ryan Gunderson and Kevin McGivern are doing a great job coaching him and giving him stuff that he can execute at a high level. And I think because of the consistency that he's played with and, how he's worked so hard with his process, you also see him distributing the ball to a lot of people, which is helpful because it makes it tricky for people to push coverage one way or another. And so that gives a chance for everybody to, win their one-on-one battle, and then for Josh to deliver the ball accurately. But he's worked incredibly hard, and I think, one of the things that he said at our media day was work works, and hard work works. And that's been something that he's really bought into, and he's seen the benefit of that hard work.
Hey, Coach, go to turnover margin. We're currently number 1 in the nation right now, and San Diego State's in the top 5. So turnover is going to be a big part of this game coming on Saturday. What's going to be the goal to make sure we control the ball leading into it?
Well, I think that, that gets to the run game question a little bit, and the necessity for us to be able to run the ball effectively against such a good defensive front like they have. And then just it's a little bit different game where when you have 2 teams that have been opportunistic in terms of takeaways and protecting the ball, the opportunities to get a turnover are going to be much fewer, right? So we might just get 1 shot in the secondary, and we got to make it. And it just changes week to week in terms of who your opponent is. But obviously these guys are really good at it, and I think it speaks to why they've been such a good football team for so long in our conference. Thank you all.
All right, that does it for this week's press conference. Once again, San Jose State at home inside Seth Q Stadium this Saturday. 4 o'clock kickoff. Tickets are available at 408-924-7589 or sjsuspartans.com. The game will be streamed live on Facebook as well this Saturday. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.